Lovebird Lane vlog. My name is Julianne and I'd like to welcome all of you here today. If you are new, thank you so much for trying me out. If you are one of my old hats, thank you so much for coming back. It's been a little while again because things have been busy. I'm really not feeling great today. I've had a couple of nights of really bad sleep, so I'm struggling with that because I don't do well on not much sleep. So if you are a new viewer, this is probably not the energy that you will always get from this vlog. However, it is what it is today, so hopefully that's okay. I have put some makeup on, so I've at least made the effort of that to try and disguise the fact that I am very tired, and my hair is a whole other situation at the moment. You know, growing out what was essentially a shaved head is not so easy. But it is getting quite long. I'm resorting to headbands and hats and my turban to kind of hide it most of the time, because if I don't, it just looks like I've got like Ray Martin hair or something, if my fellow Australians remember who that is. I don't know. I don't watch free to air TV, so I don't know whether he's still about in some capacity, but yeah, it just ends up being like a Lego man haircut. So yeah, we are still trundling towards moving. We're obviously still here because our tenants, like I think I've told you before, they're going to be there till probably the end of August. We haven't heard anything about them leaving sooner, so being mid-July, I guess we just keep working on the end of August as being when we get the keys. And yeah, our latest hiccup is I notified the strata that we will be bringing Granger with us, and now it turns out, like, well, we kind of had a feeling that this would happen. We didn't realize it would be such a big deal, but they allow small dogs and cats in the community. Granger is sort of a medium to large size dog, so they've told us that he falls outside of the regulations and we need to get approval to have him, which is a pain because he is not going to bother anybody at all. You know, he spends most of his days sleeping in his bed and, you know, only really gets up to go for a walk and, you know, go out for a pee or to eat. So he's not going to bother anybody, and it's just so frustrating. Like, we know that, they don't know that. You know, he doesn't bark, he makes very little sound, and yeah, it's just frustrating that we have to go through this. And because we're moving in, they're having a meeting in October, the first week of October, which we could have it put on the agenda for getting it approved then at the meeting. However, we're likely to be moving in probably 3 weeks prior to that. So to get him approved to move in with us on moving day, we need to have a pre-meeting, which means we have to cop a cost of $275 to allow the strata people to make, like, book the meeting, do the minutes, send out the letters to everybody, all of that kind of thing. And it's not that Granger's not worth $275 to us, but for the sake of 3 weeks of waiting, possibly making another arrangement with family or keeping him here for that 3 weeks to save us nearly $300 might be worth it. I don't like the idea of being separated from him because he does have separation anxiety issues. I don't love that idea, but like Simon said to me last night, we will be moving all of our big furniture over to the new house on like one day, but then all of the small stuff that we haven't packed up that we were still using and things like that, we will be slowly packing up and moving over the next couple of weeks. So we will probably be here every day. I mean, we'll have to be here every day to feed him anyway. So we will be coming backwards and forwards, and he could probably come with us during the day when we're making deliveries over to the other house. So we probably could make arrangements for those 3 weeks, but yeah, I just don't know quite what to do. And it's just kind of another thing to add to my plate of things that need to be done. So yeah, Simon and I need to figure that out, because they need 2 to 3 weeks notice for the other owners in the complex, to give them 2 to 3 weeks notice of the meeting. So that then takes, you know, leaves us 3 weeks kind of to make a decision, which is a lot of time. So we will figure it out. But yeah, it's just another thing that has been stressing me out and probably affecting my sleep. That's probably why I'm not sleeping, because I keep waking up and thinking about it. So hopefully we can get the resolution that we want. We obviously don't think Granger's going to be a problem. Like I said, he sleeps all day. He doesn't make hardly any sound. And yeah, and the fact of the matter is, in the community that we're moving to, I think one of the real estate agents that we spoke to when we were doing opens, went to a couple of opens over there for a couple of the units, they estimated that probably the community is 75% tenanted anyway. It's not actually even the owners that live there, which again makes it really frustrating that they're the people that can make the decision as to whether our dog can live with us when we are an owner-occupier in the residence, and you know, 3/4 of them don't even live there. So like, that's really frustrating that they have, you know, potentially have the power to tell us we can't have our dog. So yes, and I guess if that's the case, we'll have to try and figure out what our recourse is to that, because yeah, at nearly 12 years old, to separate a dog from its owners, especially me who has had him since 3 months old, is pretty cruel, I think. And essentially it's kind of like, well, if they don't allow him, we really kind of have no choice but to put him to sleep, which is also something we don't want to do. So I'm not going to think about that because I'm already crying. If anybody has any advice, I'd really be happy to hear it. So please do let me know in the comments if you have any advice, or you know, anything that we could do if it does get rejected. Yeah, because yeah, it's just very cruel to us and to Granger that we, you know, especially when he's probably only going to be with us for another 2-3 years. So, and we're probably going to be living in that house for a lot longer than that. So yeah, it's just a very frustrating situation. So yeah, if anybody's got any advice, we'd be open to hearing it. Have to give my mother-in-law a call later today when Simon's home, and we can have a chat to her and see what she thinks too. She used to be on the dog and cat management board here in South Australia, so she might have some other kind of insights that can help us in that situation. So yes, I might get onto the knitting now because I don't want to dwell too much on that. My mother-in-law did say to me the other day when she came round that it'll all work out, it'll be fine. So I'm just going to trust trust what she says and hope for the best. So yeah, let's get on to some things that I have been knitting. I have finished 3 separate things, and if you're part of my Patreon, you have seen little sneak peeks of one of them, and yeah, I've only really been working on one work in progress apart from the things I have finished. So I guess I can get onto them. They're in no particular order. They're probably not going to match the show notes. I could probably fiddle that around if I have the energy to do that later. But let's get on with it. First up, I will start up with the one that you have not seen any knitting on because I only cast it on 2 days ago, and it is finished. I finished it last night. And it is a hot water bottle cover. So Simon has decided this winter all of a sudden that he wants a hot water bottle. So usually he's very, very warm in bed. He's the one that warms me up in bed because I'm usually the one with the cold feet and hands and all that kind of thing. But I've had a hot water bottle for a very long time, but he decided he wanted one. So of course he needed a cozy for it. So this is, I believe it's pronounced Fiamma water bottle cover. It is a free pattern on Ravelry. And you might be able to see it. It's got like this sort of, I guess it almost looks like flames. It's kind of like flames sort of pattern in, let's get rid of me, yeah, in the knitting. So I knit this from Knit Picks Wool of the Andes Tweed, which is, these are all leftovers from my Oakwood poncho that I finished a few weeks back. I still haven't done the tassels for the ends of that. I was thinking I would block it first, and I haven't done that yet because the weather's been cold and it's going to take forever dry, and I don't have anywhere big enough to lay it out for the amount of time that it needs to dry. So I've just kind of put that on the back burner. It still is an active project on my Ravelry, but I think I might put it back to hibernating just so that I can get it out of my face every day and not have it, well, not that I'm on Ravelry every day, but I can have it so I can think about it later. I don't need to think about it now. But yeah, these are the 3 colours that I had left. I do have some of the grey that was from the Oakwood left as well, but I obviously need to make the tassels out of that, which I haven't cut yet. So I didn't really want to use any of that on this. This has still got the water in it from last night, so I thought it would fill it out. I believe that this is Welly's Heather, this is Flagstone Heather, and then this is Glacier or something, I think the blue is. So yeah, it's the tweed yarn. Strangely enough, I knit this exactly the same as my hot water bottle cover, and I don't know if my gauge has changed since I knit mine, or whether mine has just had hot water spilled on it too many times and it's shrunk. But this is massive. Like, it's got like big holes on the corners, and I've had to fold the neckline down because, yeah, this one's turned out massive, and I don't know why, but I guess eventually it'll probably get a little bit felted from the heat and being shifted around inside the bed and that kind of thing, so it's probably fine. Because this is non-superwash wool, so yeah, I'm sure it'll be fine. But yeah, he's been enjoying having that when he first comes to bed, but then he's getting really hot, and it's like, exactly, why did you need a hot water bottle? But he insisted on having one, so Simon has a hot water bottle and a cover for it now. So now I can get on to 2 long-awaited FOs, and I'm sure all of you want to see how I have done with them, so I'll get on to them. I have 2 cardigans to show you. I am not wearing one of them because I haven't worn it yet. I actually haven't put it on my body as yet. So I'll start with Simon's cardigan. So this will be the Hey Handsome cardigan. So this hasn't had a block, please forgive that. Again, like I've just said, it has been quite cold. This week has been pretty damp. The sun's out a little bit at the moment, but yeah, it's not really been the weather for blocking knitwear. So this has only really had Simon's body heat to help let it relax. So the neckline's still, it's got this weird pucker in it, and I don't know why. Yeah, so it's not perfectly in shape as it should be, and it's actually open as well, so I might do the buttons up before I show you the rest. So Simon has worn this twice since I finished it for him on Friday night, or no, Saturday morning I finished it, that's right, because we went out and bought buttons. So I have finished his cardigan. This is the Hey Handsome, like I said. It is a cabled cardigan, as you can see. The cuffs are nice and long, so they get cuffed, I suppose you could say. I guess that's how you say it. So this was knit in pieces, if you recall, and had to be seamed together. So we got these, we chose these buttons the other day. We just went to Spotlight because we wanted to get them quickly. And they're just like a gold, like a almost antique gold metal with like the burnish sort of colour on them. Oh, my stomach just grumbled. I hope you didn't hear that. So this is like a shawl collar cardigan, kind of. It's only a very small shawl collar. It's just kind of around the back. And yeah, I think I did okay with the button bands. If you recall, that was the reason that I was dragging my feet on this one, because there was no like clear direction on how to do the button bands. And because they aren't button bands that I've personally done before, where you pick up along the edge and then you knit away from the cardigan, these were actually, you cast on the stitches and knit up and seam to the cardigan as you go. So I've never actually done that before, and it was kind of doing my head in. And I had the suggestion, I can't remember who said it now, it was either Karen or Heidi, suggested that I could do it 3/4 the length of the sweater. Obviously it's not blocked yet, so it does curl up a little bit, but I think once it gets blocked, it's going to straighten that all out and it will be all good. So yeah, Simon has his cardigan, which I'm so glad to have off the needles. And yeah, he's worn it a couple of times. He wore it to the movies on Sunday and out to dinner on Saturday night. So I hope that means that he likes it. And I keep asking him, is it warm? Is it warm? And he's like, oh yeah. So I don't know whether it is actually warm or not. I think he did say something about the cables, like, because you know how cables, how they cross over, they leave a little bit of a hole behind. Like you can like put your finger like through, as you can see, like you can put your finger through where the cables are. So he did say that he felt like there was little drafts coming through those sections, so I don't know whether that'll be improved by blocking or whether it's just the nature of cables. So I have suggested to him that I would knit him another pullover that didn't have any kind of cables on it, that hopefully might be a little bit warmer for him. But yeah, so far so good. He's been quite happily wearing this, which is fantastic, because for so many years he was like, I don't want a sweater, you don't need to knit me a sweater. So yeah, finally I have, this is his second sweater. It's his first cardigan, second sweater I've knit him, and he's worn both of them quite a lot. So yeah, I'm pretty pleased with that. And this is probably the one that many of you have been waiting to see. I have finished my No Frills cardigan. So it is a Biggen, so I don't know how well I'm going to be able to show it to you. But yes, I have a finished cardigan. So I've got pockets and yeah, I'm finished. I'm pretty sure you saw the finished body. I think last time I had done one sleeve and I had started the second sleeve, if I remember rightly. So I finished that second sleeve and I finished my pockets. I did, however, run out of the dark grey. I believe that was the Hawk colourway. I think that's what that is. This is all Knit Picks. Well, not all. The main colours are Knit Picks. This is their gloss fingering base. So this is the Hawk colourway, I believe. This is Velveteen, and I think this lighter grey is called Robot, and I held it double with my own mohair, as you can probably see, and I dyed my own mohair in my colourway Graphite, so it was just sort of a medium grey. So yeah, I did run out of the Hawk on the cuffs. Like the last cuff that I did, I was literally playing yarn chicken, and I just squeaked out a matching cuff and was able to bind off with like this much left. Like there was hardly anything left. And as such, that means that my pocket linings I did in the lighter grey. So as you can see there. So basically the way they work is you just picked up, because you had half the stitches on hold, and then you just had to pick up, you can probably just see the ridge if I get myself out of the frame and let it focus. There's like a little bit of a ridge there where I've done picking up bound off stitches. So, well actually I think that was cast on stitches, that was like backwards loop cast on. I've already got mohair stuck to my face. So yeah, and then it's just basically knit down in stockinette. So the inside of the pocket is completely stockinette, and yeah, I haven't tried it on yet. I don't know whether I want to tack down the pockets because I don't know, because they're the different colour, I don't want them to really be obviously like hanging out. So I don't know whether I want to just tack down the bottom corners or something just to keep the pocket in place. I haven't decided yet. I guess what I'll probably do is just wear the cardigan and see what I think. But yeah, like I said, this has not even been on my body yet. I haven't even tried it on. I basically finished it and just put it to the side and just left it there, which is ridiculous because I wanted this done for so long. I just put it to the side and moved on to Simon's cardigan. So yeah, pretty crazy, but yeah, it is finished. I need to get it onto my dress form and take some FO pictures, which I'll probably share over on Instagram, and yeah, probably Patreon, I'll pop them on there as well. But that is my final FO. I've finally finished my No Frills cardigan, and it has been over 2 years, I think, since I cast this on, so I'm really pleased to have it done, because yeah, that's too long for a cardigan to be languishing on the needles, and it's so squishy and soft, and I'm really thrilled to have it done. And finally, I might just quickly run through this one. This is just a cowl that I am knitting for Simon. I am loosely basing it on the Litmus cowl by Amy Green, I think her name is. She's the Stranded Dye Works dyer and vlogger, and it's basically, I've just used her suggested needle size and suggested stitch count, so because it's all in one color. Do you think Simon likes purple? Yeah, he does. And this color actually looks really great on him. It's kind of a burgundy brown purple kind of color. That's a little bit blown out, but you get the gist. And I actually took the skein of yarn when it was still in a hank, and I hung it around his neck, and just to check what the color kind of looked like, and it really suited him. So I said to him, I've got to make you a scarf out of this, because he often complains that his neck is cold. And yeah, so I'm knitting this scarf. It's going to be an infinity scarf, so I'm just going to knit until all my yarn is gone. So I've got maybe half a ball left of this, and this is Red Riding Hood yarn, Princess Leia colorway on, I think it's called Cherie Gold was the base. I don't believe she is dyeing yarn anymore. I know she did go on hiatus, but yeah, I'm not sure if she's still dyeing or not. But this is the only skein I think I have actually used of hers. I bought quite a bit and I've destashed most of it, and this is probably the only one that I've actually knit. I may have knit another one years and years ago, but yeah, like I bought all of her yarn because it was lovely, and then I barely used it. So yeah, it is a sparkly gold. Simon is not a preciously masculine man, so he's happy to wear that. And yeah, this color actually looks really great on him, so I think this will be really nice, and I'm hoping I'm going to get a decent length so he can hopefully put it twice around his neck. I mean, it's only just meeting on me at this point in time, so I don't know, it might only be a one looper, but we'll see. I guess we'll have to wait until it's all put together and blocked and all that kind of good stuff, so that I can tell whether it's going to fit him. Well, it will fit him, but whether it can be like put twice around the neck or just the once. So that is kind of all I've been working on. I did have another FO that was for Simon. He seems to be the recipient of a lot of stuff lately, because I don't really need any more for myself, so I guess I'm just trying to knit things for other people and just give them away. So yeah, I did knit a pair of fingerless gloves for him as well. I tried looking for them, I can't find them today, and I haven't yet taken any photos of them because I guess he's probably using them. They're probably in his work bag and he's gone to work. So hopefully I'll be able to take some photos of them if they're not too grubby by the time I talk to you guys again. And on that point, I think this might be my last episode until after I move. I've really got to focus on getting all of that stuff done. Once we get the keys to the house, I will be pretty much becoming a full-time house painter. At that time, Simon will still be working and I will be going along to the house every day and painting. I'm hoping that I will be getting out some vlogs and behind the scenes pictures and things like that to my Patreons. If you are interested in that at all, it is only $2 a month to become part of my patron, to become a patron, and yeah, you get bonus knit and chat or craft and chat videos. I've done weaving, I've done spinning, I've done knitting, dyeing, just talking to you guys about books that I've read, TV shows, things like that, while I am doing some sort of crafty thing. I'm hoping to possibly, during the time that I'm not vlogging, do a like a live stream or some sort of Zoom chat at some point. I've never done a Zoom chat, even through the whole pandemic. I've never done a Zoom chat, so I might need to get Simon's help on that. Yeah, I'm hoping to do something like that with my patrons at some point, just to keep in touch. So if you are interested in that, the link is down below, because as part of working on all the decluttering and packing and painting and things like that, all of that vlogging, I will be vlogging parts of that, and that will all be going on my new channel, which I have renamed. The link is down below. It is called Learning to Slow. So basically it means learning to slow down, live a bit more of a simple, slow living kind of life, minimalist kind of life. So I will be vlogging a lot of the house stuff over there. So if you are interested in seeing any of that decluttering, packing, painting, moving sort of stuff, head over to Learning to Slow and give that a sub, and yeah, you'll be able to keep up with me there. But for the craft side of things, because I don't know how much time I'm even going to have to do any crafting, I'm probably going to go on hiatus for that until September, I guess, October. So yeah, but yeah, if you do want to keep up with me, you can join my Patreon, which I will probably be sharing crafty things over there if I get any done, and also my new channel. So it's not really new anymore, I just haven't put anything on it yet. So that link is, like I said, down in the description, along with any show notes for the projects that I have spoken about today, also in the description. So I think I might leave it there. I'm getting very thirsty, and yeah, I can get on with this, editing this, and get on to probably some more filming and decluttering. I want to go through my books and probably my DVDs today, so yeah, maybe CDs, see if I can get rid of some stuff. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I really hope that you will hang in there and wait for my new episodes. I might put something in the in-between. I'm just not promising anything, to be honest. I don't want to put any extra pressure on myself than I need to. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I really do appreciate all of you guys who tune in every week and leave me lovely comments, and yeah, you guys are the best. And yeah, until we meet again, until we speak again, happy knitting, happy crafting, and I will catch you in the next one.